we had done some research about a year or so ago that we came to the conclusion that probably around 3-4 years from today is the time that Vietnam will really start bumping up against the capability. We're going to run out of capacity for transportation, and that will be an impediment for FDI at that point. So we still have a few years to go in which they can address this issue, but so far it's not really being. I know we talked mainly about power, the inter segment, but the transportation stuff is also not really happening. Last year, overall infrastructure development spending was down minus 10%. That's understandable because of COVID. We thought that we were going to have a surge this year with this 4% of GDP fiscal stimulus package. That most of the money, was earmarked for infrastructure. So far, it's not really happening. Infrastructure spending is up around 10% or so in Q1. We were hoping there would be a much bigger surge. So that having been said, as I just mentioned, we do have a few years to run before it will be really a binding constraint for FDI. The very last thing I'd like to add, because I don't want to just replicate what the excellent summary we just heard, is one thing I think about sometimes is if the country is able to address more of the transportation issues, this will have an interesting consequence in that it will facilitate FDI going sort of further out into the countryside, where you'll see more, agriculture industry in Vietnam is quite inefficient compared to the rest of the region, all these small subscale farms. But if we have roads that can get out to those more remote areas, it will facilitate factories getting set up there where there'll be a big pool of workers and, the goods can then be easily transported. Because currently most of it's really focused in the industrial suburbs of Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, and Haiphong. And that will be one positive consequence if and when the transportation stuff gets addressed.